All right, hello everyone. Thank you for joining our Tuesday night Zoom. I'm Andrea Kaiser and I'm a triple diamond with It Works, and I am introducing myself because this Zoom is not just for the Skinny Frenzy Wrap team. It is for Brittany's team as well as Marie's and anybody else who wants to watch it. We are going to share the recording, and there have been several other teams invited to join in on this. I am so excited about the information that we're going to get tonight. I first wanted to just share that I've been with It Works for 3.5 years, longer than that. I signed up March of 2013. And I love this company. It's been amazing, and it's absolutely changed and transformed our lives. And so real quick, Brittany, I'd love for you to introduce yourself. But before you do that, I just want to share this quick story. I met Brittany in the airport. We were coming back from the cruise, which was absolutely wonderful. And it was just really great to get to sit and visit because we had like this I don't know. We waited in the airport for 6 hours. I don't know how long you waited because we went straight to the airport once we got off the cruise ship. And we were sitting there visiting, and she shared with me some of the things that she does to stay organized in the business. And so because I'm so blue and right-brained, I'm not good at any of that. I just kind of wing it. So I'm so excited for you to join me tonight on the Zoom, Brittany. And I'm so grateful that I got to meet you. One of the greatest aspects of this company is the friendship, fun, and freedom. The friendship and the fun that we get to have with our new friends that we meet, whether they are sideline sisters, uplines, downlines, whatever. We're in this together, and we're better together. So I really appreciate you taking your time out of your evening. And so I'm going to go ahead and pin your video. And then I would just love for you to just share your tips with us. So everybody have their notebook ready and take notes.
All right, everybody, I'm going to pull up the chat. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to jump in, or if I'm talking too fast, that sometimes happens. But my name is Brittany Johnson. I've been with It Works since April of 2015, but I didn't start working my business until January. I just ran an auto ship in one of the discounts and would sell a few wraps here and there. And then I really realized what this business and what this opportunity meant in January, and I'm now boxed for Diamond. So I really started working on organizing my business in October, maybe September. I really tried to find a way that was going to work for me because I'm super OCD organized most of the time, and I couldn't remember which customers did what, when, who I was going to follow up with, and I tried to have a good memory with it. I tried to put it in my phone, and I'm the person that has to have everything written down. Like, I have to have a piece of paper that has so-and-so liked this product, they're ordering this next month, make sure you follow up. So one thing that I did, and I emptied this for you guys, but I'm going to try and hold it up the best that I can. I have a binder. Can everyone see that? Okay. One of the things that I keep in the pocket on the left-hand side, and this is my vision for the binder, it's take care of your loyal customers. So I have this form, and what it says is, don't sign them and forget them. They are the backbone to your business. Something that I like to read literally every day. Like, you never want to forget your customers. You don't want them to think that you signed them up and forgot about them. You're still going to like their stuff on Facebook. You're still going to follow them with their daily lives. You're still going to check in and see what they want as far as products go. And immediately after someone signs up, I like to send them a welcome email, which I already have drafted. I have like 3 spots that I throw in there. Let me see if I have it attached. When their scheduled auto ship date is, what day of the month, when their next shipment's going to go out, what their login information is, and my website. And then a couple other things, like it's kind of a longer email, but it's really just the main important stuff's in the first couple sentences, and then I kind of go into what the perk points are and kind of some rewards.
Do you have that in a file?
I do, and I'm going to send you everything, Andrea. I'll send you, I've made a list of things I need to send you, and that will be my email I'll send you.
Perfect. And then I can share in the files for our team as well. So I'm very grateful for that.
Perfect. I like to send everybody a thank you card, whether they sign up as a distributor or a loyal customer. Everyone likes to get handwritten mail. I think that's something that's a lost a forgotten art, if you will, and people love to get mail. So on Sundays is when I usually will sit down and write out some letters, and I send them out on Monday mornings. It's just been a habit of mine that I've been trying to get into. My thank you card just talks about thanks for signing up and supporting my small business is really what it comes down to. I want to follow up with them 7 days after they sign up. So usually it's the next week when I'm trying to sign up. I don't know. Andrea, are you able to mute people by chance?
I can see if I can do this.
Sorry, that was me, and I just muted myself. I'll go back to mute. Sorry, just joined.
Perfect. I like to follow up with everybody 7 days from when they signed up to make sure that they got their order. Make sure they got the right products that they ordered. They know how to use them, especially if they got the system or the wraps, that they know the instructions on what they're supposed to be doing with it. And then I like to, before their second auto ship runs, I check to make sure that they want the same product, or I offer the greens. I try and find them something for a lifetime product, something that they're going to want forever. And then before their auto ship for their 3rd month runs, I let them know that their shipping will start to be free if they're in the U.S. The following month. And then the perk points, if they've accumulated so far, I try and let them know about those especially. And after 3 more orders, they'll get $50 in perk points. So I kind of try and throw those out, so that they don't stop at that 3rd month. That was something that I had a problem with when I first started the business. I was using the words 90-day challenge, and people were like, okay, 90 days, 3 months, I'm out. And with these emails, it really helped me so far keep people for more months and finding something that they're really going to enjoy and not something that piles up in their kitchen. So that was my vision. I had to figure out how I was going to do that. And these are the forms that I'm going to make sure you guys get. So, for instance, I had a loyal customer sign up today, so I'm going to use that one as my example. I have a form. I call this what do I call this? A communication log, I guess. And it has, up in the corner, it'll have their name, their ID number, their enrollment date, what else? Their email address and mailing address, just their basic information right up in the corner. I have a checkbox to confirm their first delivery, and then a checkbox to make sure that I sent them the thank you card that I do on Sundays. And that's kind of what I do here. So say this person signed up. Diana signed up on the 15th, which is today. I wanted to confirm their first delivery, which I have a checkbox for, on the 22nd, which is a week from today. So I've got a little spot there. Can you guys see that? I don't know if you can or not. Okay, and then I have a spot that says send thank you card, which is the 20th. That's my next coming up Sunday. So there's just 3 or 4 dates that I really pay attention to. Okay, and then the next dates I pay attention to are the follow-up day and the auto ship day, which is up in the other corner. Something for me to glance at. The follow-up day is going to be a week before their auto ship that they currently have set up, and then their auto ship day is the 15th. I don't really have to reach out to them on their auto ship day. I just make sure that the auto ship ran, that the credit card didn't decline, and the follow-up day itself is what I use to touch base and make sure that they're excited for their next order. So that's pretty much it. So right here I have the 15th for the enrollment day, the confirmation for their deliveries the 22nd, sent the thank you cards on the 20th. Now, how was I going to figure out how to do this? I have this binder, and in this binder I have the months or the days of the month. So I have the day tabs. Today is the 15th, so I'm currently on the 16th. I've already done it. So I have the 1st through the 31st in these days, and because today is the 15th, my next time I want to follow up with this particular person is going to be on the 20th. So I kind of forget about this piece of paper until the 20th. I put it in on the 20th tab, and I forget about that person, and I move on to the next. Then on the 20th, when I get there, I open up my folder, and I get to the 20th on that morning, and I open it up, and I see Diana. And when I see Diana, I'm looking to see that I was like, okay, what do I have to do this day? I need to send her her thank you card. And then from here, I write the thank you card, I check the box, and I throw it in on the 22nd. It took me 2 minutes to follow up with that particular person by writing them a thank you card, putting it on the 22nd. On the 22nd, I'm confirming their delivery. I just shoot them a text or a message and say, hey, did you get your order yet? I'm super excited for you. I can't wait for your results. And then once I've confirmed that, whether they respond or not, I just put this piece of paper in on the follow-up day of the next month. So now I really don't have to think about that person until the 8th. You know, I'll probably be talking to them back and forth if they responded to that text or that message. And then I put this in on the 8th of the next month. On that day, I make sure that I go out and I say, hey, Diana, love that stuff worked out for you or didn't work out for you. If they didn't respond, then I just say, hey, your shipment's next week. Do you have any questions? Is there anything I can help you with? It's automatically going to do this particular item. Did you want to change it? You know, just reaching out in that aspect. And I leave it at that. I put this piece of paper in on the 15th of the next week and make sure their auto ship ran. So if I'm doing this, I have 10 or 15 people I follow up with every morning. It literally will take me 10 minutes to flip through a page, see it's Diana, rip out my phone, say, hey, Diana, super excited for your results. Make sure you're, you know, taking the before and after pictures. Can't wait. Let me know how it goes. And then I take this piece of paper and I throw it in to the next date. So I haven't really had to worry too much about my memory or about my phone not working or anything like that. I just have a piece of paper that I kind of forget about except for a couple days a month. So that worked out for me. Did that seem like easy for everyone? Does that make sense? Maybe? Yeah. Okay, cool. I have the same thing for a distributor with a couple different things on it, just as far as confirming that their kit arrived, sending them the welcome card. If their commission hold tax info is completed, that's always something that I try and follow up with. Now, this piece of paper doesn't necessarily go in certain days of the month. For their first 30 days, I just talk to them and then I throw it into the next day. Because sometimes I'll get distributors that sign up on my team that I didn't sign up, but we do a welcome boom and everybody knows. And I still make a card for them because they're on my team. And I try and at least follow up, even if they're not my personally enrolled distributor, every day. Hey, how's it going? How are you? Or every other day, just to follow up with them, see if they have any questions or how the business is treating them. And that's helped me not forget about people, because when people are enrolling people who are enrolling people that I don't know, sometimes I'll forget, but I like to stay in touch. And then this calendar within a binder is something that I'm still working on because, you know, in the front, I'll kind of give you another breakdown of what's in it. I have my IPAs. Andrea, did you guys talk about IPAs in your group? I don't know. Yep. So we have our IPAs here. And then I have just on the back, just a calendar. So I have any updates or information there. And then I have extra charts in the back. And then I do on this days. So there's certain days of the month that income producing activities. On certain days of the month, I have certain tasks that I like to do. So, of course, on the first, you want to chart. I want to print my game plan out. I want to touch base with my hundreds list, make sure that it's all organized for myself. On the 25th, I like to do some kind of spiff if I'm trying to get more volume. You know, I do like a 48-hour volume push, and I'll have, you know, something for my current loyal customers. If they place an order of $30, then I will put them in a raffle to win. I like numbers full month. I just keep those in on those days and don't really think about them until I get there, which I like. I can check it in the morning. I can check it the night before. And it's really helped me when I'm consistent with checking my binder for 15 minutes a day. It's drastically changed my business. So I hope that, I went kind of fast and I was all over the place, but does anybody have any questions about that at all? No. All right, back to you, Andrea.
So I don't know if it's closed on anybody else's end. Did anybody else have it freeze a little bit? Or was that just my internet connection? Christy, will you unmute yourself?
I think it's your internet connection, Andrea, because now you sound like really far away.
Okay, so maybe if I get closer, do I sound better?
A little bit.
I'm on my laptop. Normally, I do use my laptop, but I don't know what's going on. It might be my connection. That's good. So I did miss some of it, but I'm really excited to actually have I have your forms. I have them in front of me. I get to see them, but have that template so then people can see them. And the email template is so great because then you can just send it out to people, change their name, change the email address, and be more intentional. And for me, it's always been really hard for me to follow through with those actions rather than just like, okay, I'm thinking of this person today, or it's just been so all over the map. And I know that having something in place to, having something in place to look at and to focus on, if I have that task and I look at it and it's like, okay, well, this is my job and I have to get it done, and having it so simple, it is just something to look at and say, this is my business. This is what I have to do. It's set in place for me. And I didn't have to come up with something to become more organized. So I hope that this helped you guys all as well in just like, okay, I can do that. I can follow this. And one thing that I really loved about this, we've all heard about like the note card system, putting it in according to like their last name or their date, the date of whatever, where we want to move them. But I just really love having the bigger piece of paper to write down more notes, because the note card's so small that now you've got like this sheet of paper, and then you can start a new note card. Now you've got the history that you've got with that customer from the beginning. So, obviously, the distributor part, I just want to recap on this real fast. You have your welcome card that you send them, just like a thank you card, and you're sending this to everybody in your team, right?
Yes, I send that to everybody who I've been introduced to. So as soon as somebody, if my downline says, hey, this is Brittany, your upline, yada, yada, go to her with any questions. At that point, I feel more comfortable like reaching out. But if nobody's done that for that person, I'll try and get them to, and it's kind of up to them. Otherwise, I do it to everyone that I enroll personally, yes.
Good. Yeah, and I think that's great for like that camaraderie and the teamwork, just working together so then nobody feels like they're alone in the business. And then also I love that aspect of that, because if somebody feels more comfortable to contact, say me, if their enrolling distributor is at their 9 to 5 and they can't answer their phone call, but they're working their business right at that moment and they have a question, then there's more people willing to help, and they know that new distributor knows that they've got somebody available to them. So Brittany, what do you do? I heard you on your product pushes in your 48 hours, and then it kind of was breaking up a little bit. So now you're reaching out to your loyal customers, and then do you do that with your distributors as well? Do you have contests or anything like that you do?
I have been doing contests with my team, and they're kind of hit or miss right now at the moment, which is normal for the business. You're looking for people that are excited about spiffs or excited about contests. But if they're not excited, I just learned a lot on the cruise, actually. I talked to another presidential diamond who was really helpful, and she's like, listen, if they're not excited about the contest, don't have them. And that kind of put it in perspective, because I was like, well, I always wanted contests. Like my upline, when they do it, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to win that bracelet or, that massage or whatever's happening. But if not everybody has that motivation for it, then she said, don't have them. But right now, one thing that, we can do, or what I was told to do that I really liked was, helping those people get to their 400 boxes. So I think that's kind of my goal when I'm trying to push for this promotion this month and next month to actually hit diamond and get that volume, is all of my distributors, if they go get into the 400 club, then they're going to be entered into a drawing to win something that's like, I don't know, a t-shirt at the store or product or something that they're going to need. And if they get 200 PBV over, so if they get more over every 200, they get an extra entry into the drawing, which I thought was really cool, and I like that idea too. So that hopefully will get them their boxes filled and they're excited about product. And I have a lot of cruise exclusives that I'm planning on dishing out this month and next.
Yeah. So the other thing is that you are on Christina Watts' team. And I've been watching this girl just like kill her business. And one of the things that I was wondering is like, what is some insight that you have learned from her just during this time? Like this huge explosion is taking place, because people need to realize like, okay, this is one thing that I learned. Y'all had on her team last year for the cruise, for her team, there was like 30 people that made it, right? And then this year there was like over 100. So what that shows us is that there's massive growth happening in our business. And so when people are feeling down and they think, well, nobody wants it. Because, I mean, it's easy to get in our head, right? In our own head and in our slow seasons. And where is that actually coming from? Is it a slow season because of our network or area? Or is it a slow season because of our efforts? Because the ones who are putting forth the efforts and that are crushing it and killing it and getting these enrollments and promoting, obviously they're doing something right. And so out of just some encouraging words that we can share, I'd love for you to share some encouraging words on some things that are working really well for you that like you're seeing take place like through the team as a whole, like everybody's just crushing it, they're killing it, they're implementing it. What would you like to share?
I would love to share what I've been learning from Christina. She's amazing. I mean, following her and learning from her is too good to be true sometimes, but she gives us all of this insight that I just want to share with any other teams that are available to listen, I guess. But one thing that she stresses and that she has stressed for the last couple of months is there's no such thing as a slow season. So get that out of your head. She says, get it as far away. She said, she used to say it, everyone used to say it, but getting that out of your head is first and foremost what you have to do. There's no such thing as a slow season. She actually just got awarded an email that said that she was top 2 distributor enroller of October, which was unreal. She did great. We have a girl on our team, Katie Cruz, who's just been like signing anywhere from 15 to 25 distributors a month. And one of the main tips that they both have given me is live videos. Get over yourself. If you feel like you're boring, there's other people that are more boring than you that think you're interesting. Do live videos, because right now Facebook is promoting their live video. And that's something that we really can utilize and take advantage of, because the fact that Facebook is trying to, they got the software and stuff from Periscope. Probably they're trying to outdo Periscope, because that's what we used to do for all of our live videos. And now we can do it through Facebook. So as soon as you do a live video, it pops up on all of your friends saying, Andrea's doing a live video. Do you want to watch? And then all of her friends are like, well, heck yeah, because she's awesome. And they click on her and now they're watching. Now Andrea's going to be over here saying, hey, comment. I'm thinking of a number 1 through 500 and I have a free box of WOW. Who wants it? Think of a number 1 through 500. Now she's got all of her friends commenting. And the second somebody comments on your live Facebook feed, their whole friends list is now available to watch this video. So you're going to be growing your network exponentially by getting people to comment, having conversations back and forth. And getting those comments, for me is always intimidating. I've done 4 live videos. I need to get over myself. That is something that I'm working on. But I know that it's working for them, because Katie has gotten these distributors in London and in Australia and Germany and places she's never been, that she doesn't know a single person from, but someone commented on her videos, and now they're seeing it and they're signing up with her. So I think it's really cool to see how Facebook Live videos can really build your network. And that's something that I've taken away more recently, because that's exactly what they've been doing. Christina's been doing cash giveaways every single night for all of October, changing lives. She won the $10,000 raffle for the $1 million raffle that they had. So she won 10 grand and she gave it all away before we went to Vegas together, which was the 3rd week in October, I think. And we went to Vegas, and by then she had already given away 10 grand. And she's giving it away to people who need it, families, homeless people on the side of the road. She's just doing everything she can to change lives, whether it's It Works related or not. She's helping people. And that's inspiring in and of itself. And being around that just keeps our team really motivated. So if you don't follow her yet, definitely get on that. Follow Christina Watts, because she's amazing to follow.
Yeah, I've been watching her and Katie Cruz both. And it's crazy because with Katie, she's on a mission. And I've seen her lives pop up, and one of the things that I do is I will follow different leaders in the company and just see what they're doing and what's working for them. And clearly what those two girls are doing is really working for them, because they are in the top they're top enrolling distributors in the company right now. And so it's pretty exciting whenever you are feeling like you are in a slow season. Because we all hear the want-was in our own brain. Like we're hearing the negativity, and we have to combat that and fight it. And we have to surround ourselves with the positive things. And if that means you have to follow other distributors that are they're not listening to the noise, they're focused, their blinders are on. If you're listening to them and you are grasping onto some of their enthusiasm and their excitement and belief in themselves, their confidence. If you're not confident yet, grab onto somebody else's confidence and just let that become part of you. Because when I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew that I could do this, because Stephanie Dunn is my upline, my top rank upline. I thought, well, if Stephanie Dunn can do this, I can do this. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to watch her, and I'm going to mold after her, and I'm going to do what she's doing. I'm going to say what she's saying. And the more you watch people who are doing it, who are actually doing it, the more you watch them, and the more you mold after them, the more comfortable you get, more confident you get. So make sure you're surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals all the time. Like this Zoom right now, you guys, this is a Zoom with Sideline Sisters. Like, Brittany doesn't affect my paycheck, and I don't affect her paycheck directly, but we can affect each other's paychecks indirectly by sharing wisdom and ideas and things that are working for us. And so I'm so grateful to you, Brittany, for taking the time out and being one team, one mission, and being willing to share the things that have helped you stay organized in this business as well. And so, I don't know if you guys have any other questions for Brittany or myself. Feel free to ask now. You can unmute yourself or ask in the comments as well. That's totally fine.
I see one question that was, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. Is there like a too many lives to do? Is there any kind of a, quota or anything on that?
I'm sorry, you cut out for me. I don't know if you cut out for anyone else.
How about if I just type it?
Okay.
So I got her. I heard her. So she asked if there's too many lives that you can do, like if there's a quota of what you should reach, or if you should not do too many, basically, like if there's a number that you should keep around.
Well, I know that Katie probably did like 15 in a day, and it didn't seem to hurt her at all. And she was just doing, she was so random. At one point in time, I just followed her for like 3 days straight because I was like, what is this girl doing? And I totally stalked all of her live videos. And no, she didn't have that many people with her on at that moment. But she just talking to the world, talking to everyone. And guess what? They ended up having like 1,000, 2,000 views. I'm like, she made protein balls. She made oat protein balls with our ProFit powder and talked about how delicious they were, which guess what? I went and made them later that day too because I was like, yeah, these are pretty good. But that's all she's doing. And I think just being really relatable. People like to see her drive, and she throws in products and information about them kind of nonchalantly, which I really appreciated and admired because I was like, ooh, I see what you did there, or it's in the background, and it's all subliminal. Everyone's just trying to be subliminal with their marketing and finding new fun ways to do it. But I don't think that there's too many that you could do because I've seen it work for people. But I guess it's, for me, I just feel like I'm not entertaining enough. And I saw one of the girls on the Zoom that just said she doesn't know what to say. And I didn't know either. And that's when I started watching Christina's videos. And hers is asking a ton of questions. Give me a number 1 through 500. Kind of doing some giveaways. Really promoting those giveaways before she even goes live. She posted, I'm giving away free money, no catch, no nothing. And she posted that picture in like a bunch of, Phoenix and Chandler and all of these different groups on Facebook. And then all those people started going to her live videos. They're like, oh, that's a scam, or and she's like, no, it's not. Here, want some? Here we go. And she just showed everybody that she's going to do it. And so when she's talking, she's like, okay, I'm thinking of a number 1 through here, or 1 through 500. And now everyone's commenting. And then she's commenting on those people's comments. And then she's just getting conversations started with the people that are actually watching. So if you are trying to get a lot of people and that's your mission for one of your videos, I would say that's a great thing to do is promote it first, let people know that you're going to be live with something really exciting. And then while they're live, have them commenting on, picking a number or a guessing game or something that maybe they would, where they went on vacation, where their favorite vacation was, random stuff like that really gets people talking, because people always want to give their opinions. So if you ask somebody their opinion on something, like, they're going to give it to you, whether, you wanted to hear it or not. So that would be my 2 cents.
Yeah, and that's when those interactive posts work so great. And one thing that I've been noticing is that when I do an interactive post and I get a ton of comments, it's something I want to hear your opinion. I want to know what y'all think. Help me out. I need you. People want to feel needed. And so they will always give their opinion. And one thing that I was going to add about the videos is that I don't think that there's too many videos that you can do, because the video that you do at 2:00 in the afternoon, there's a large amount of people that are in work. And then the video that you do at 5:00 in the afternoon, maybe some of the people getting out of work, they're not quite home yet, they can't watch it. But then some people, maybe they got off of work at 3. Or what about the nighttime one that you do at 8:00? And some people are putting their kids to bed. Not everybody's going to be able to jump on your live videos at the same time. And so they might catch one of your videos that you did in the day, and it can be about so many different things. So you're wanting to build your audience. And so if you're doing more throughout the day on different topics, so the one in the middle of the day could be your protein balls that you're making, or it could be an activity that you do with your kids. But then another one could have nothing really to do with it, works. And then, like you said, Brittany, you throw it in there nonchalantly, but the Zoom's not really, the Facebook Live's not really about that. And people are jumping on because you're talking about this really cool trampoline place that you took your kids, and you wanted to share that with people, because people want to know that you're going to fill their lives with value. So when you're doing lives, give them something that fills their lives with value. What are you giving them? What are you teaching them? What are you showing them? What are you telling them that they've never heard before? And so it doesn't really matter what you talk about. And sometimes it does feel weird when you're talking to yourself. Like right now, I know I'm talking to y'all, but seeing myself on the screen, it's kind of weird. It's kind of the same thing with a Facebook Live. And so if you have a fear of doing a live, what if you start off with Snapchat? And you start doing those little Snapchat videos, which are 10 seconds, do more of those, and then work your way into doing lives. What if you start your very first Facebook Live on some activity that you're doing with your kids? It's not really talking. You talk a little bit, and then you're showing your kids, and then you come back on yourself, and that's working your way into it. Because it doesn't have to be perfect. People like to see that we aren't perfect. They like to know, if Andrea messed up her wording and she can do this business and she can still be successful, I can totally do this. So don't worry about being perfect. Just worry about being you and having fun.
Awesome. And then there was a question that just popped up that I'd like to answer. If you, Andrea, wouldn't mind muting, I know somebody's trying to. It's not muting. We'll try this. All right. So the question was, do you ever feel as if you're stepping on toes if you're contacting distributors of oils that you didn't personally enroll? My answer to that is I've done both. When I first started, I was like, oh, like that's their person. Like I'll let them deal with it. Well, when that person ends up, my emerald falls off the wagon and kind of just was like, I'm not really into the business right now. Well, as soon as their leader stops, everyone else stops. And if I don't catch it in time, then like, now what? And that's what happened to me, where I didn't catch it in time. And it hurt my business in the sense that, I felt like I jumped in too late to talk to those distributors to say, hey, like, I'm still here if you have any questions. The success or failure, and I only say failure if somebody quits, really, but the success or failure of one person on your downline should not affect the success or failure of their downline. And that's what sucks, is people just really believe that their upline is their end all be all, when you can be super successful without an upline. And I want to make sure that now when people are signing up or enrolling, that I'm like, hey, shoot me a message with them. Like, I would love to, build this relationship with us. And that way, if you're busy, like, they can come to me. I'm super happy to help out with anybody that joins. And then with loyal customers, if that distributor is not going to do it, like, someone has to. So it really comes down to being in touch with your downline. And if they are or are not following up their loyals, then that is what it is. Like, I have some people that will sign up 10 customers and then stop their business, and those 10 customers tend to fall off. Well, I reach out to them, or I try to, I talk to that distributor, hey, are you in, or are you out? Like, what's going on? Can I help in any way? And if they say, yeah, like, I'm kind of, I'm super busy right now, or something's going on in their life, they just can't do it, I have their contact information for the loyal customers. I say, hey, listen, I'm on the same team with this person. I'm here to help you and answer any questions if you need anything. And then I honestly will add them as my personally enrolled follow-up. I will say, okay, this person's not working anymore. I've got 5 new customers to follow up with. And then I just reach out and say, hey, like, how'd that go for you? Did you have any questions? Is there anything I can help you with? And then I don't feel like I'm stepping on toes, because I'm still going to that distributor first. And same idea, you also, if somebody hasn't been posting for like a week or 2 weeks, and you're asking them, hey, or no, I'm just curious if you're still involved. And they're like, yeah, totally am. If I believe that too much and they're really not, if they're not posting, they're definitely not following up with their team. I can tell you that. If they're not going to make a couple posts a day, then they're not following up with their downline. And I should have known to step in sooner. So that's a lesson that I learned early on, was to jump in and try and communicate so you don't feel like you're stepping on toes, but it's your business too. So that's how I feel. Andrea, you're muted.
Okay. So one thing that I learned is that we work together as a team, and we're all here to help each other succeed and to see each other succeed, because there's plenty out there for all of us. We have less than a minute. I wanted to just say that thank you all for joining and getting on tonight. And so for my team, we'll do this again on Tuesday at 8:30, so jump on. Thank you, Brittany. I really appreciate you, and I will shoot you a message here when we're done. But everybody have a wonderful night, because it's going to boot us off. And if you have any other questions, just shoot Brittany or I a message on Facebook.